Well, g'day everybody and welcome back to American Truck Sim. So for our trip today, it's a very short trip, but we're running from Prague to Linz and we're taking a whole pile of empty pallets. But the special thing about this one is we are driving the DAF 95 ATI, which is, as you can see here, a tandem truck. It's a heavy rigid with a trailer on it, so I thought it'd be good to give that a go. Let's start him up.
Ready to roll.
There we go. And we'll go inside. I got this mod from an external mod site, and I'm not gonna. I'll put a link to it at the bottom for everybody if they want to go and check it out. However, I do suggest that if you do download from this site, you really are really careful about any links that you click or anything like that, and make sure that you have good antivirus on the setup on your computer, because it's a bit like a lot of the mod sites, the external mod sites. It's a bit of a dodgy site, so be very careful if you are downloading this. As I said, I will put the link in the bottom, but I'm not going to be responsible for any of you guys getting a virus or anything like that if you do download it. So just keep that in mind.
Turn left.
So it's an old DAF. The old 95 is an old DAF. As you can see, it's actually supposed to be manual. I've got it in automatic because I run everything in ETS2. Actually, I said welcome back to ATS at the start of this. Goodness me. Well, welcome back to ETS2. Yeah, so I drive everything in ETS in automatic, so alright, and off we go. So this one, despite I probably should have changed it over to manual for a little bit more realism, but let's just deal with it. So this is the first time that I've actually wanted to do a tandem on a heavy rigid like this for quite some time, but I've never taken the time to actually find one that works properly and to download it. So
at the roundabout, take the first exit.
Brakey, yeah, but it's a bit of an old unit. It's but quite nice to drive. I did have a test drive with it and stuff, and did a couple of trips with it. I'm also doing this trip on Truck Books for Farmers Transport Inc. So as I do with all of my trips on ETS and ATS now, so yeah, but something different anyway. So I hope everybody's well. It was pointed out to me that some people were having some issues streaming my videos, and I've been messing around with codecs and
keep right and then turn right
with bit rates as well, and I'm trying to get it organized. I do have to export my videos now in 1440, because if I export them in 1080 and upload them to YouTube, then I get that pixelation that I was getting in the early stages of my videos, and I'm trying to avoid that. And the only way to do that is to actually upload a 1440 video to YouTube as a 1080 video, and by doing that it actually gives you a better codec and prevents that blurring. So if you have been having problems, I am still messing with settings and stuff for bitrate and things like that, just trying to sort it out so that the videos look good and they also at the same time play really well. So just keep that in mind and bear with me as I do that. Still learning about all of this YouTube stuff, so... So we've got some pretty exciting farm sim stuff coming up. I'm still...
Keep right, and then turn right.
I shall. I think I'm going to turn this GPS off because it's actually starting to really annoy me now.
Turn right.
Yeah, so I was going to put Pineapple Bay on hold, and I did for a few weeks, but I got back into it with some changes to the way that I was going to present that series. So I'm going to continue on with that now. I also did another Greenwich Valley, and for Farm Sim I'm starting a multiplayer map, and it is going to be straw harvest focused, so I'm pretty excited about that. James and I spent a lot of time, I spent all day yesterday setting that map up, and James kindly enough spent quite a few hours last night while we were making sure that everything was stable. As you know, downloading mods and stuff like that and running them in multiplayer can sometimes be a bit of a problem, and it definitely was. We did have a couple of issues there, but the main issue that we did find was the saving player position,
and then continue straight on.
That was a little bit of an issue, and that was causing crashing and stuff like that. So we finally got it sorted out, so thanks for that, James. So I'm looking forward to doing that series. I'm also looking at, and you're probably all going to roll your eyes here, but I'm also looking at the possibility of getting hold of a copy of On the Road, which is another truck sim or delivery sim, and perhaps giving that a go and doing a bit of a series for that. It doesn't have a very good reputation, it doesn't have very good reviews or anything like that, but I thought I might give it a go because I wouldn't mind doing that, and just to see what the company management aspects and stuff are. That'd be pretty awesome. So, oh, come on. Okay. So I'm thanks, buddy. Thank you for letting me go. So this truck isn't too bad to drive. It has a lot of trouble picking up speed, and it also, I think it's a 451 horsepower. It's running a 12 speed, and it has trouble, as you can see, it has trouble getting up hills, which is, I guess, a part of the challenge, isn't it, of when you're driving some of these awesome mods. And this one here, I found it to be error-free. It's pretty good to drive. You do, if you do want to do tandems like this, you have to keep in mind that you cannot do any jobs without having the trailer attached. If you don't have the trailer attached, you don't get any cargo jobs coming up, so just keep that in mind if you are giving it a go. I'll do some more outside views when we get to our destination, but as you all know, I don't like doing outside views while I'm driving because I crash. Something shocking. So alright, here we are at Linz, which is our destination. I'm not sure exactly how much further we have to go. I don't think we'd have too much further to go. So I've definitely been enjoying having a little bit of time off from work after so many years of working really hard and not having many holidays and stuff like that. It's actually been quite good, despite the reasons why I'm having these holidays. But Yeah, I've been enjoying it. I do plan on, let's try and get a little bit of exhaust brake there. There we go. I do plan on hopefully organising an entire day of recording for my Far Cry 5 series that I want to do. So hopefully I'll be able to do that. But I hope everybody else, if they are having time off, that they are utilising that time and maybe doing some stuff that's pretty enjoyable. I know it has to be done around home and stuff like that, but you know, getting some gaming in and getting some relaxing in, because I mean, you know, ultimately we do spend our entire lives working while we spend the first quarter of it at school and the rest of it working. So sometimes it's nice just to be able to sit back and chill and relax and have a little bit of time off. As you can see, this baby's really struggling to get up here. It's a nice area through here. I'm in my online profile. I've got a truck yard set up in Italy, and I've been really enjoying driving around Italy in ETS2. It's just beautiful vineyards and stuff like that. It's been really nice. I mean, it's so many different in ETS2. There's so many different areas, and you know, they have different characteristics and stuff like that, and I'm really enjoying that. So alright, I thought we were supposed to be going to Linz, but what's going on here? Linz to Postbed, that's why. So I gave you a whole pile of really false information, because I said ATS at the start, and I said that we're going to Linz, but we're not. Let's see, what have we got left here? Spin that around. I'm just concentrating on turning around this corner, because I do have the physics set here, so you do have to be really careful. We've got another 156 kilometers to go here, so yeah, with the physics you can probably see a bit of movement in the trailer.
Go straight on.
It's a little bit hard to see from here, but you do get a little bit of turn and stuff in the trailer. I'll see if I can see it from here. If you can see it sort of leaning over a little bit as we go around the corner there. And we're down to 20 kilometers an hour. Trying to get up this hill. We'll definitely get there. So I uploaded episode 3 of Dirt Rally 2, and I don't know whether you've watched it yet or anything, but man, that was an absolute disaster. I had so much trouble controlling the vehicle because of my hand, and when I do play that, I really do throw the steering wheel around a lot, and there's a lot of feedback and stuff, so I was having a lot of trouble doing that. But yeah, it was a bit of a disaster in our first 2 stages of Poland. A little bit disappointing, but it's the way it is, and I guess it adds to the competition and stuff, doesn't it? So alright, we might actually be able to... there we go, we're down to a 50 kilometer an hour zone here. And there's the beep from the GPS telling me that I'm in a bit of strife for speeding. Yeah, so I don't think I'll be doing any more dirt rally for quite a while, until my hand repairs itself and the tendon repairs itself. But at this point in time, it's starting to get better now. It's slowly getting better. I managed to get out and do a bit of work in the yard today, and which was really good, because there were some jobs there that I needed to get done. Oh, I really didn't want to take that corner so sharply. We've got the Ghostbusters hanging up there. Good old Ghostbusters logo. The SCS mug sitting on the dash there. My driving must be good because it's not coming off. And we've got the laptop sitting down over on the seat there, so has to do a bit of YouTube watching when I'm having a break and a rest and waiting for trucks to be loaded up. Okay, I'll turn that exhaust brake off. It'd be nice with this truck, it would be nice if it was actually a little bit, if the engine was a little bit louder. You would expect, being an older truck, that it would be louder, but it's not, so I was kind of a little bit disappointed about that. It'd be nice to have just a little bit more volume in it. But it's pretty tidy. You've got to add your own GPS because it's such an old truck that when it was built, GPS wasn't around. So I don't know what you guys call it in your countries, but the road map book that we used to have used to be called the UBD. And I remember the old days when I first got my license and stuff. You know, if I wanted to go somewhere, look up the UBD. Work out how to get there. None of this GPS stuff. But I find Google Maps to be quite funny sometimes. Especially on long trips, you'd be driving along a highway, and the GPS will show you driving out in the middle of a lake, which is on the side of the road. It's I would hate to imagine how the self-driven Google cars would go. If the Google Maps aren't that accurate, I mean, they'd have to be. I know that they're testing those cars, you know, and they have been testing them for quite some time now. So they're obviously doing all right. But I don't know about you guys. I'm not sure whether I would be able to trust a Google car that's running off Google Maps and the Google software, because yeah, sometimes I don't know, you're just putting your life in you're putting your life in the hands of a computer to sit in a car and have no control over it. I mean, I have enough trouble sitting in a car when somebody else is driving, let alone when a computer's driving. And I mean, some people might say, well, a computer's probably a whole lot, and you know, having Google drive your car is probably a whole lot more safe than there's a Dutz far out there in the field, in case you didn't see it. Yeah, they might say it's a whole lot more safer than having some people drive, and I'd probably agree with that. But before I hopped in one, the technology would have to be tested out really well, I think. And yeah. Hey, good on you, buddy. Passing on a bend is probably not a good thing. Although the lines are saying that you can pass on a bend. See, he's passing blind as well. I don't think we've gone over the border into Austria yet, but it's really, really nice around this area. I get a bit frustrated sometimes driving at the stupid speed limits they've got. I mean, we've got a 70 speed limit here at the moment, so but the maximum that I've had through here, I think, is 80 kilometers an hour, and that's pretty slow, I think. The trucks here in Oz are limited to 100, so they can drive at 100 kilometers an hour. Some of these places in Europe are pretty frustrating to drive around with such slow speed limits.
Right.
Alright. I don't want to lose momentum because this thing has, despite having a 451 horsepower engine, it's pretty gutless. She struggles to pick up speed, especially going up this hill. Beautiful sunset. We are going to Linz. What am I talking about? Look at those light beams shining through there, shining over the top of that hill. Beautiful scenery. I'm not overly sure if I need to. I think I do need to be in the left-hand lane here, so I might let this car go and see if I can get over. There we go. This trailer follows this truck really, really well.
Keep left and then turn left.
You don't have to go too wide in your turns or anything to get the trailer around the corner, as you probably shouldn't have to in something like this.
Turn left.
I made a little bit of an adjustment to my brake settings in ETS, and I've really got to put my foot down to manage to stop. I think it's in there that we're actually dropping this stuff off, so I always wonder what those trailers were for on that truck beside us. I'll just duck out here for a sec. Those trailers there, and turns out they're for glass, so they're full of glass. No, it's probably not
Keep
any
left
major revelation
left.
revelation to you guys, but I was
Turn
always
left.
wondering. All right, because this
Nice
is
ride.
a tandem, then the drop-off points are set up like this because obviously you're not backing these things. So some of them are a little bit tougher than this. You need to do a little bit of yard spinning and stuff and turning around to get in, but let's head out here. Oh, that's going to be a nice screenshot right there. Okay. Put that on. I love the sound of the park brake when that comes on. I'm just going to quickly take a screenshot, guys. Alright, sorry about that. Just had to take a screenshot there. I just really liked that light. It's beautiful. Alright guys, well thanks for watching this one. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry I rambled too much there. I hope I didn't ramble too much anyway. And I will see you in the next episode of ETS. Yes, European Truck Simulator 2, not ATS as I said at the start of it. And we definitely did go to Linz, so Please hit like if you like this video. Watch some of my other stuff as well. And I will see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya.